So hi, welcome to Guys Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Or
Tuesday
whatever
vibes.
the fuck.
I'm all fucked up. It feels like a Monday. I had to go into the office today. I typically don't go in the office on Tuesdays. Because of Monday being the holiday. So I was in the office today, and now I'm all fucked up. It feels like I'm feeling the Monday vibes, but it's really the Tuesday vibes. And
it's just confusing. I think we should all just start over, and I need like everyone to also agree that today is Monday. Happy Monday, Shane.
Happy Monday, Glory.
Yeah. Hell yeah. See, off to a good start.
There we go. There we go. Those are the vibes we're looking for. So we didn't go to any shows, but a couple of huge tours were announced today.
Jesus, dude.
Today, Tuesday, not Monday. Leg 2 of the Asking Alexandria Memphis Mayfire The Word Alive tour with support from Archers, which is super fucking cool. We just had them on the show to talk about their last EP. They're absolutely killing it. I am, not to rub it in your face or anything, Glory, but I am so stoked about that bill coming to Jersey. That was probably the tour I was most bummed about missing in the springtime, because I love Asking Alexandria. I love Memphis Mayfire. I love The Word Alive, but I haven't seen The Word Alive yet. So I was just, bummed that it wasn't coming within 2 hours of me. But now it's coming to my backyard, so I can't be upset about that. With Archers.
I was going to say we interviewed that entire lineup, but we haven't.
No Asking Alexandria.
I got them mixed up with August Burns Red. Yeah. For whatever reason, it just gets mixed up. They don't sound similar. There's nothing similar about it. But I was like, oh shit. It literally, I think it just boils down to that. But I was like, oh shit, another one of those, and that's a big ass fucking tour to be like, wait, you're gonna get all of it. We haven't.
No. So and then the other one was Dayseeker, Alpha Wolf, Catch Your Breath, and Kingdom of Giants.
Again. God damn it, we're missing one.
Another
like
one.
Fucking bingo, but we're missing the last fucking letter, man.
Another one not coming to Virginia. Okay. Again, not to rub it in Gloria's face. That's what we're doing today. And she's actually upset about this one. The last one, she was like, yeah, man, have a great time. Like, that's cool, but like, have a great time. This one, she's like, God damn it.
What the fuck? Because I've wanted to see every band on that lineup.
Yeah.
And I saw Alpha Wolf, but I've wanted to see Dayseeker for like the fucking longest time. I've missed them every single time.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to that one.
Okay.
Just because I've seen Dayseeker, I've seen Alpha Wolf, I've seen Catch Your Breath. So TBD on that one, but I will be at the Friends tour.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a banger.
Were those the only two big tours that were announced? Was anything else? Because I feel like it should be like 3 big ones that were announced today, but I can't think of a third one that I saw. The Alpha Wolf was like the only thing on my fucking timeline today. Yeah,
no, it was weird. It was like 10 a.m. It was just like heaters. I was like, there's so many fucking tours. The other big one, but it's like it's hitting B's and C's markets is Movements with Turnover, and the other band is slipping my mind. So that's coming through as well. That was the third, I guess the third big tour. Queen of Jeans is the first of 3 on that bill.
Okay, I was running to it.
So, but yeah, that's like when it's hitting like New Haven, Connecticut, and then going higher than that, I'm like, yeah, that's good. Like, that's not coming anywhere near
I'll stop reading there.
Yeah. They were also in Philly headlining 2 tours ago. This past tour we're in New Jersey, so it's like it makes sense that now is the time for like the D markets. But when I see Bethlehem, PA, and New Haven, Connecticut, I know to stop reading.
You just say this one isn't for me.
Yeah, this one. The most major market is Baltimore, and then there's a bunch. It's a lot of Canada, but there's Albany, Bethlehem, New Haven. I'm like, yeah, I'm done reading.
Come on. I was half expecting like fucking Virginia to be up there. I'm gonna be completely honest, but this shows that maybe we're not a D market. See, we're at least in like the C's and B's, you know? Like it's okay. Like I could take that.
That's great.
Take that.
That's great. But yeah, the other thing that I'm patiently waiting on is Mayhem Fest, which announced that they're supposed to announce the lineup.
They announced an announcement. Yes. Didn't Pollyanna do that?
Yeah. Yeah. They announced that the lineup was going to be announced this week, last week, with no additional information about timelines, although the people that are putting together Summer Slaughter and Mayhem Fest and the All Stars tour this year were completely missed the time and date that they posted that Summer Slaughter was going to be announced. So it's not that I would take that as the Bible anyway, but just a day, like a rough time frame that just means that the tour or show or whatever it's going to be gets announced. But that tour has had some pretty sweet lineups back in the day, in its heyday. So interested to see what comes of that if they decide to announce it this week. But that's the only thing I'm waiting on.
Yeah. And it's like, it sucks because it's not like a bad thing, but this is just my own little internal rant right now, where it's like, I used to only have to worry about like 2 tours that like I like touring festivals that I need to like worry about and kind of like map out for: Sad Summer and Warped Tour, right? And now that you fucking got me into metal, now what the fuck is it called? Summer of Slaughter? I don't belong there. I shouldn't be at that. But now I'm like, oh damn, a couple of my bands that I do enjoy are probably gonna be there. So now I gotta fucking keep an eye out for another band. Well, not band, sorry, fucking touring festival. Thank God fucking Warped Tour died, because I would have been, sorry, respectfully. So now I have a new slot to fill in, you know? Damn. And now the fucking Summer School tour with Honey Revenge. Well, I mean, that's already announced, and I can't attend because they're not fucking coming to Virginia. But anyways, another.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry too much because a lot of these are going to go right over you, I fear.
Sad Summer. No, not Sad. Yeah, Sad Summer hit Virginia 3 times in the years I was active, and fucking Warped Tour Virginia was always a date. Thank you. So talk to the hand, buddy.
But and probably by the time this goes out, or by the time you're watching this, the Mothica US dates will be up as well. She was teasing those that there's a tour announce, so that's very exciting as well. But we've got albums to talk about, a deluxe and some singles, and we're just gonna get going here.
Jump right in.
Bring Me the Horizon dropped their new album, Posthuman Next Gen. Announced this exactly 24 hours before it came out, maybe less than that. Thursday morning they announced it, which left our friends in New Zealand and Australia no time to get ready for that. It was basically a surprise drop for them.
Yeah, which is cool as hell.
Yeah, and you know, it was surprise enough for us. We got 1 day's notice, which honestly, considering the delay and the pre-orders have been active the whole time that the album was in limbo, it makes sense to just be like, well, it's finished, so here you go.
Just drop it.
Because they've also gotten to a size where it's like in this world, like in the rock and the metal world, they can do that. There were singles, and they can just be like, well, album's here. Like,
exactly.
And people pay attention and people get excited. I didn't know how to feel going into this record, though, because the singles were up in the air. The singles have been all over the place. There are songs like Lost where it comes on Octane and I'm like, oh, because I can't skip it. When it comes on my phone, I just skip it. I like the record, though. It took a couple of spins to finally click for me, but I've been enjoying this record, and I think part of what made it hard for me to really grasp on is not the singles, because I'm going to pull out the classic line in a second here. It's the production, I think it's so clean.
It is incredibly clean. Like, it feels like pop produced, almost like that level of crisp.
Yes. Zach Cervini is a fantastic producer. When I see that he's worked on something, I get excited because I love everything.
Nerd.
Basically everything that I listen to that he touches, I wind up enjoying. Like a Waterparks, he's been working with Waterparks forever. He did the last Limp Bizkit record, and he's mixed a bunch of my favorite records, like the most recent Motionless. So when I saw that he was working with this band, Bring Me, I was like, oh fuck, like this is gonna be sick. He's gonna be clean. Yeah, he's a fantastic producer. It is too fucking clean. It is way too fucking clean. Not that I expect grit from Bring Me the Horizon, because we are so far past that in what they do musically. Like Amo, I was just like, yeah, well, it's polished now. Like, that's fine. Like, they're just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. But I think that they walked too fine of a line on this record of overproducing it to a certain extent. It's like, it's just too clean for me. But it's a minor nitpick and more something that I was catching when I first started listening to the record, because although why are you looking at me like that?
It just clicked to me that you said it's too clean.
Yes.
What? You want grime?
Yeah, it's not that I want grime. It's just too produced. Like,
it's overproduced.
Yes, it's overproduced. I think that it just, like, it needs to exist a little bit, and not every single piece be tuned and tweaked and just
so you want some imperfection.
Yes, it's too clean of
it's not natural.
Yes, it feels unnatural in bits, and it's not that I don't want the music I listen to be produced and like out of a fucking basement. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I just feel like Zach Cervini, his stuff typically doesn't sound this clean. Is what I'm getting at. Like, I enjoy everything that he touches for a reason, and this is not the reason. The production job on this is not the reason why. But with that being said, it's a nitpick that became I'm calling it a nitpick because it's become less and less of a problem for me the more I've listened to this record. I've spent a lot of time with this record over this weekend, and those feelings faded once I realized how good the record is, and it's not so overproduced that it winds up taking away from the experience entirely. It was just like that first initial shock on the first couple of listens, because I was saying that like out the gate I wasn't super in love with the record, and that is the reason why. But the more I've listened to it, the more I've been like, no, these songs, this band is just too good for me to be like, it's a little too clean for my life. Yeah, it's too clean for me. Why does the metal band sound so clean? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you sound like a nerd. Come on. Nerd. So with that being said, I enjoyed the record. So I think my favorite song is A Bullet with My Name On. I've had that song stuck in my head actually since yesterday. Nice. And it's like, I expected to like the Under Oath song because I just figured it was going to be. You're a fan of Under Oath? It's a good collab. But it's probably turned out to be my favorite. Another one I really liked was Limousine. I think Utopia is cool, although a shock that the record opens like that. And I dig it. Pussy makes me feel like I'm listening to Rammstein, because they've got.
You love Rammstein.
I love Rammstein because they have a song about pussy.
They do. Oh my god.
But overall, I really enjoyed this record. A lot of bangers on here, and I'm glad I was able to overcome the initial jolt of like, whoa, buddy.
Calm down.
Yeah, too clean.
Add some personality. I can understand that. Yeah. Where it just feels like kind of everything, as you said, it's just too clean. Mm-hmm. You know, loosen a string or something. Make it sound just a little. You know, give it personality. Give it funk. Mm-hmm. You know, something to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've listened to this record 3 times. I'm on my 4th listen now because talking about it, I was like, damn, I really fucking like this record. So to give you a little glimpse of what I'm about to say, I loved this record off of first listen, which I was not expecting at all. I've never been a Bring Me the Horizon fan. I've never disliked them. I've had my nitpicks of, why does that sound like that? Or I just can't get into them. Or at one point, I did think that they were overhyped because I personally couldn't get into them. And I was like, if they're so fucking good, why the hell can I not find one song that I really like? Yeah. You know? Except Obey. That was like my first and only Bring Me the Horizon song that I actually fucking liked. And that's Bring Me the Horizon featuring Youngblood. I was going to be like, and it's even a fucking Youngblood song. So going into this, my expectations were incredibly low because I already didn't really have anything for them or against them. But I wasn't expecting to like it. As you said, the opening with Utopia, I think is fucking incredible. It caught my attention immediately, and that super cleanness is what actually made me really like that album more off of first listen, because it's a newer band for me, so I want to be able to hear everything and kind of just listening to it. And I was doing work, I was fucking calculating cake costs and whatever to make sure I'm not losing money, but it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I was doing my work, and I was able to like picture the music because it was so clean. It didn't feel like an album. It felt like its own thing. It's so weird, but that's just how clean it was, because I haven't heard anything that solid and that polished in a while. Because as you said, everything always has like some sort of personality. And for whatever reason, I think it works so well with this type of record, where it's kind of like that more, because Ollie has been featuring more on pop songs, and he's been kind of like dipping his toe into that circle of music on just features and some songs as well that he's put on the album. So I think it makes sense that he's kind of leaning more towards that pop production, but still, you know, metalcore or whatever sound. So going in, hearing that, I got excited because I was like, oh, this shit makes it easy for me to get into. I can rock with this and then get into their grimier stuff later. I think it's fucking incredible. My favorite songs, I'm just gonna go into that. Lost, I don't know, Spiral, Ritual, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say. Spiritual, that one, great song. I love that one. NA is my personal favorite. I tried to give Amen another try. I don't remember if I liked it or disliked it off first listen, because I believe it was a single. Because I remember the cover art, so that's why I'm like, I think that was a single. It's not my favorite. I do prefer Ollie's feature on Uzi's record versus Uzi's feature on the Bring Me record. I did like Lost in the context of the record. I did like that song a lot. Again, I think just the cleanness made everything fit together. Even though there were some different genres, it got a little weird at some points. It wasn't a cohesive sound, and it wasn't a cohesive, at least from first listen, like a story that they were telling or anything like that to kind of bridge it together. It was the production that bridged everything together and made it a very cohesive record. That is my review. I liked it a lot. And this will be on rotation because I don't know, it really clicked with me. Like, yeah. I get it. I get, because I've always liked Ollie's vocals, but it's just been why the fuck they can't be that good, because I can't fucking get into them. But now I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, guys.
Yeah,
I get it.
It clicked for me too. I've been really digging this record. Another thing I would like to mention is how seamless the transitions are on so many of these songs going into the next one, which winds up creating a very cohesive listening experience. It allows for, at least for me, the singles to have, you know, in the context of the record, for me to enjoy the singles, because everything flows so well that it's like, fine, I will listen to Lost. Fine, I will listen to Strangers.
You got me here.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess you got me. But just overall, listening to the full record, I see what they were doing with those songs, and it makes me appreciate it more than just like that being the single and like, all right, what the fuck is Bring Me the Horizon doing now? Because the last one was heavy and this one now isn't. But like, that's the way this record is. But the record also allows for you to like have breathing room and it not be so like just changing. Each song is different.
Yes.
There's breathing room, there's interludes, and there's transitions between the songs that make it so that it's not that sudden shock that you get just listening to the songs as singles. So that's why in the context of the record I enjoy the singles, the singles that I didn't like. But yeah, overall I thought this record was impressively good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Damn right. Good job, Bring Me. Capstan dropped a new album, The Mosaic.
Yes.
We sat down with Capstan. You can go check it out. It is out now. It was a great conversation. Awesome record. We did that interview like ages ago. So like at least like 2 months ago. So we've been sitting on the record with them, granted for only like fucking 2 months. So being able to revisit it 2 months after the interview, after my first and second time listening to it, it solidified my opinion in the record, which I had had since the beginning, even with the singles before we had the advance, was this is a good fucking record. Now, I love the record. A-side is my favorite. The first half of the tracks, I think, is the best part of the record. I love it. An Open Letter, which is not the fastest song on the record, but I still do really enjoy it. I think the vocals are incredible on it, so I fucking love it. Haley, Bloom, and Before An Open Letter, Undertow are my favorite. As I said, A-side of the record, I think it's fucking incredible. The record is an hour long.
It's 18 tracks.
Like an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes. Sorry, hour and 2 minutes. It has 18 songs. I am the type of person, I don't have like an awful attention, attention span. Thank you. I don't have an awful attention span. I'm not on the fucking TikTok, I watch long form videos and shit. I was struggling with this record, but again, that's me. Once it got to kind of like that 45-minute mark, I started checking the track list to kind of see like where I was. Again, this is like my third listen, so I know which song is next. I kind of know what to expect. So I kind of already had that surprise aspect taken away from me because I had already listened to it 2 times before this third time today. It's just because it's an hour long. Most of the albums that I listen to usually cap at 45 minutes. So that's why kind of near that point, I was kind of like, where do we land on the track listing right now? What's the ETA? Even with that, I still did enjoy the record completely. I think it's solid. I named my favorites already, but genuinely, I fucking love this record. My favorite, again, in addition to all of those, my all-time favorite, my favorite single is the What You Want with Ollie. I forgot to mention that as well. I fucking love that. And Oliver Baxter's a fucking great vocalist. Very nostalgic for me since, Broadside was one of the first bands that I really got into when I was younger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I also enjoyed the record. It is quite the beast. But I've listened to it a bunch, a handful of times before it came out, a couple of times since it's come out. And one thing that has changed for me since the first time I listened to it was kind of feeling like it was all over the place. The first time that we both kind of heard it, I think we were both kind of like this record. It kind of it's doing a lot, and it's kind of bouncing. But my second listen allowed me to come away with a different opinion, which is still that the record is good, but I'm starting to see the vision with the track lists and the changing and all the different genres. There was just a lot being thrown at you because I see Capstan as one band that does one thing and they do that thing well, and they do that on this record, that post-hardcore. They do a lot of that, but they are also doing so many other different genres. There's a lot of slower songs on this record because one of the main themes that we came away with in the interview is that this record, a lot of it is talking about love, so it makes sense that there are a lot of slower cuts on this record. So not knowing what to expect going into the record the first time, I was like shocked when there was not just one slow song. There is multiple. There's a few in a row, and it's like, all right, man. But they keep the pace going. Overall, I enjoyed the record a lot. It flows super well. It is, as I said, it is super long. It is 18 songs. The last track is 10 minutes long, but I think they did a record this long well. I agree. Yeah. Aside from the first listen, as I said, I think the pacing is very good, and I do like that they have such drastic switches, because it, in this day and age with the attention span, it's like, how are you going to grasp someone if they are checking you out for the first time and this is what they see? Well, they're showcasing what they do, what they've been doing, what we know them for, and then also the softer side of the band and a bunch of genres in between, and it allows for this experience of like, I don't know what's going to come next, so it keeps you drawn into it, which is something that initially scared me and is now something that I've come to appreciate. I really like Undertow as well, because the Throat's on there, and we're fans of that band. I also like Heart to Heart with the Belmont feature, but and then I also like Haley and Bloom and What You Want and Jewel, and I can keep going on and on, but all over the place with this record. I enjoy a lot of the songs. There's no songs on here where I'm like, God damn it, hit the skip button, because even the 10-minute long song starts out and then builds and is like an album experience within a song, because it is so long. Overall, I think that this is an incredibly solid record. I hope people check it out and don't get too daunted by how long it is, because I know Gloria and I had that exact same reaction the first time we saw how long the record was. Oh shit.
We were like, oh boy. Yeah. What'd you guys get up to?
Red-Handed Denial dropped their new album, A Journey Through Virtual Dystopia. We spoke to Lauren from the band. When you're watching this, if you're watching it early in the morning, it'll be out later in the day. If you're watching it after 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the interview is out, and you should go watch it if you very good. If you liked this record. Dude, this album, so good.
Yes. I said it in the interview, which, as Shane said, if it's after 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the 29th, you can go watch it after this review, though. But I said it in the interview, I just need to highlight the vocals on this record. The range is incredible. The screams are crazy. They sound distressed. They sound tired and broken. Just the standalone screams. It is like, holy shit. And I loved this record. Again, it's the vocals fucking hit home for me. I was like, whoever the fuck like directed or dude, she was in her fucking bag. She did this shit, and she did this shit well. I love this record. My favorite is, I believe it was Eat Glass was my favorite. And then also I really liked the first three. I believe, if I'm getting it right, Parasite, My Demise, and One More Night. 3-track run, incredible. Not again. This record was fucking hit after hit. I think I looked up and it started, and then I looked down and I looked back up and it was over. It flowed so well, and to me, it went by so quickly. I fucking loved it. Yeah.
This I thoroughly enjoyed this record. I love the way it opens with Parasite. It's just such a crazy way to open the record. Really sets the tone for the album. My other favorite is also Eat Glass because it's just that chaotic, the big screams, the hellish screams almost are really my favorite parts of the record. Although they do that super well, they do for this band and the expectations that have been sent, the more tame songs, which aren't tame at all, but don't have these big hellish screams, they do that super well too. The little bit more middle of the road. It's still crazy because we're talking about metal here, but you don't feel like Lauren's gonna lose her vocal cords or something like that if she does the scream the wrong way.
Feel safe for a little bit. Yeah.
It's definitely unique to have one song, Smokescreen, sandwiched between two electronic interludes with driving towards a neon sunset, and then I found myself in a virtual dystopia, and in between that is Smokescreen. Definitely caught me off guard the first time, because it's like, we're cruising here, we're flying, it's all heavy, it's what I signed up for, and then all of a sudden there's boots and cats and boots and cats, and
like, what's going on here?
And then Smokescreen hits, and I'm like, all right, we're so fucking back. And then it happens again, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck, am I still listening to the right record?
Am I getting hacked right now? What's happening?
And then the album finishes off, but it's so interesting, and what's even more interesting to me is that they do it and it doesn't mess up the flow of the record, because like it's not like they do that and then there's three more just absolute rippers. Like Eat Glass is probably the heaviest song on the record, but then there's I Hope You Happy, which is the slow cut off the record, and it's like the fact that they were able to like switch it up with the back half of the record and it not like make me feel like clunky. Me feel clunky, or make me come on here and be like, I didn't like the second half of this record because they didn't stay heavy, is like a testament to how good this record is, because they did everything. They show you, they lay the cards out for you in the first half, and then the second half they get crazy with it, and it still is a fantastic listen front to back. I thoroughly enjoyed this record. I liked it a lot. And check out our interview with Lauren.
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. ZAYN dropped a deluxe album, Room Under the Stairs Z-Sides, which I do love.
Yeah, I do like that.
Thank you, ZAYN, for actually thinking of that. That's so fucking fun. Okay, so we listened to the album and we both agreed we weren't the biggest fans of it.
Watch our review of it.
Watch our review.
Yes, we're not going to be talking about the record on here, just the B-sides, the Z-sides.
The 5 extra tracks, the 2 demos, and then 3 produced, fully fledged out, sketched out.
But we stand by those opinions from the review, so watch that if you want to know our thoughts on that.
Yes. Okay, so I will leave it at that. Go watch that so you know how we felt about it. Even though we're probably still going to bring it up in comparison, because that's what we have to do. Going into it, Ignorance Ain't Bliss, the demo, this is what I wanted from Room Under the Stairs original record without the B-sides. That kind it sounds like a track that was meant for Icarus Falls. It is that kind of vibey, upbeat, like it sounds like it would be fucking, I keep bringing up Rainberry. Sorry, that's like my favorite song by him. It would be like fucking right before Rainberry. It would fit so well, and that is the direction that I was hoping he would go for this record. It shows that he's still thinking of that sound and he's still messing around with that sound, and this one just didn't make the cut for whatever reason, and I completely respect that, but I still got what I wanted. So I'm okay with that. Even though it's one song, this song will be on loop because it made me do like a little dance, because I was like, this is the fucking ZAYN that I was expecting, that I wanted. Lied To was good as well, because it was more standalone to me. It was kind of like the sore thumb on the I'm gonna just call it an EP on, well, no, on the B-sides, because it felt like, yeah, that could have gone on the album.
Mhm.
It would have. It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
It's the same straightforward song. You could see where it's gonna go, and you see where it ends. You see where it starts. It's like you fill in the blanks. You're easily able to just kind of sketch out that song. In the Bag, interesting track. Country vibes. Which I'm not a country fan, and I don't know if I'm gonna get fucking hate for calling it country, but to me that's what it was. His voice had a little twang to it. It was that, kind of acoustic guitar. It had kind of like that foot tapping sound. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It shows that he is able to also do that genre. So it was more of a, oh shit, do your thing, man. That's fucking crazy that with those fucking vocals you could do that. That's amazing. Because to me, his vocals, and to most people, his vocals read R&B, kind of like that vibe, and the fact that he's able to switch it up to that and it still sounds incredible. And we go, damn, you're him. Okay, we get it. We fucking get it. Gabe was also, to me, sounded more country vibe. So I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And Alienated, again, the demos were my favorite off of this because to me they sounded less, it's like they have their personality and they have that vibe that I wanted before it was kind of just turned into what the album was. I liked the B-sides a lot more than I liked the record. And I really liked these B-sides. So I'm very happy with this. Again, Ignorance Ain't Bliss is my personal favorite. I fucking think that song is incredible.
Yeah. The way I felt about the record, I came in here with no expectations. I was like, these are all going to suck and it's going to be boring, just like the record was, be a flat line, go nowhere. The vibes. I wound up enjoying these. It's not even that I feel like these songs themselves had to be on the record, but I just think that the vibes, the instrumentals, because that's really what I'm looking for here, is just what ultimately upset me about the record was that there was really no change in the instrumentals. It was a flat line in that regard. So I just feel like if instrumentals from a song like Ignorance Ain't Bliss and In the Bag and Gave, I agree with you that Lied To is the most like the record and is the one that really could have made the cut and have fit in. But songs like that, those vibes and those instrumentals, if they were strewn about the record, and it doesn't even have to be every other song, but like every couple of songs had a song where it switched up a little bit so that it could have been more like this, the pattern, and not this, would have changed the game for me with the record. So like, I'm glad that was happening in those sessions and that songs like this came out of it and that they saw the light of day. But I wish that it was on the actual record, because I would have had a different feeling about the record than now saying I like the 5 songs that didn't make the cut, or there's obviously a demo that was on the record, Alienated. I like the 4 songs on the demo that didn't make the cut. I liked Alienated as a song on the record. I said that was one of my favorites. It wound up being a single. I actually found some enjoyment in that song. And I like the demo version as well. I like the demo version a little bit more. It's a little bit groovier.
Exactly.
But that's what the record was missing, was groove. And listen, I understand what the record is talking about. But we can dance through the pain. We can dance through the life changes.
Come on, man, dance through the pain. That shit is, I understand what you're saying, but that shit is so funny. Holy shit. No, I understand it. Just because you're covering heavy or difficult topics doesn't mean sonically it has to match. It doesn't mean sonically it has to be a heavy or sad song. It can be, and there are songs that do need instrumentally, they need to mirror that. But it, like, Belmont, fucking Capstan, fucking Red-Handed, and that, like, all the people we've spoken about just tonight have songs on their records talking about heavy shit, but they give you the option to, hey, you want to dance? Tune out and don't listen too close.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want to fucking connect to the song, or find something in the lyrics that resonates with you because this is a heavy topic.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the lyrics, listen a little closer. Yeah, with ZAYN, it didn't really give you the option, because it was just on the slower side, sonically.
Yes. So yeah, but I wound up enjoying these. My favorite is probably the Ignorance Ain't Bliss demo.
Damn right. Yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed these, so that was pretty sick.
Wonderful.
Baby Metal and Electric Callboy dropped their new single Ratatatata. We're just gonna let Glory take this one.
I have 70 streams on this song. It was released 5 days ago. I am on a roll. Holy fuck. This is incredible. The second I saw, because they started teasing this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I followed both of them. So I was like, what the hell are you doing? It wasn't like anything like fucking 21 Pilots fucking connect the fucking find the word in the, no, they just said, Baby Metal X, Electric Callboy coming soon, and I lost my shit. I was fucking running around the house screaming. I wasn't actually, but I was excited because this makes so much sense, and I don't know why it wasn't done sooner. Because Electric Callboy have been big.
They've been popping for a while.
Firstly, they've been popping for a while. Hypa Hypa dropped in fucking 2020, and that was their first big pop metal, whatever, hardcore mix. So it's I don't understand why it hasn't happened sooner. I think Give Me Chocolate, which was, Baby Metal's, I don't know, the one that reached me first from them, was also like 2020 or 2019. They popped off around the same time. So in my head, I was like, why didn't this happen in fucking 2021?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It happened now. That's all that matters. This song is incredible. It caught me off guard because I thought it was a Electric Callboy song featuring Baby Metal. I learned it's Baby Metal featuring Electric Callboy. Still, whatever. Amazing. I'm still excited. I'm still fucking hype. Again, I need to learn fucking names. The singer, clean vocalist, Electric Callboy, starts off the song. I'm like, why the fuck are you talking first? It's not your song. I let him go. In fucking incredible. Star leads it in. Baby Metal leads the fucking chorus. Incredible. Adds the fucking bounciness. Adds the fucking pop element. He's the fucking scream in fucking Electric Callboy. Fucking goes fucking crazy. I was losing my shit. As I said, I've listened to it like 80 times. And that's not an exaggeration. I've listened to it like 80 times in like 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a normal amount.
Yes, I can tell.
And I like both of these bands a normal amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
That's good. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I also liked it. I've been hearing Electric Callboy's a name a lot. Obviously they've been all over the place. Have seen Baby Metal around. So not a stranger to these names, nor these band sounds. So what you would expect from these two coming together to make a song is kind of exactly what you get, which is good. There was no out of left field craziness going on here. They just did what you thought they were going to do, and that's pretty fucking awesome. So I enjoyed this song, and not sarcastically a normal amount. Glory enjoyed it a normal amount. Sarcasm. She's been listening to it a lot, and I'm sure I'll be hearing about it all week.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, I'm just gonna start saying lyrics monotone to you, and you're gonna have to figure out what the hell I'm saying.
You're gonna join calls and be like, dude, have you listened to the new Electric Callboy song or the new Baby Metal song? And be like,
how you feeling about that song? Have you listened to it?
She literally asked me that fucking question today. She goes, what'd you think of the Baby Metal Electric Callboy song? Like, it was fine. And she was like, okay.
Okay, no, that's fine. All right, I'll ask you again tomorrow. Maybe it'll change. I wanted to correct myself. Give Me Chocolate was on their 2015 album. Way off. I was so fucking off. Point still stands though. It should have happened earlier.
Yeah.
Have you seen the music video?
No.
I rarely watch music videos, and I tuned into the fucking premiere for this one, man.
I rarely watch music videos too, and not for a song that I was not jonesing for. You know, I wasn't like, oh my god, like we got the press release when we were sitting in a call together, and you're like, oh my god, dude, and I'm just like, yeah.
And you saw that. Yeah. Oh my god,
like,
that's so
all
embarrassing.
Right. So you're like, oh shit, we have an interview. I'm gonna listen to it right after.
Literally, I was like, I've been waiting for this one. Oh my god. So, the song was good.
Yeah.
Attila and Dickie Allen dropped a new single, New Devil.
Okay, hater.
Damn. I was not a fan of this song. I think it starts off, it sounds like a song. I'm gonna be like really brutal for a second. It sounds like a song that someone who's like never really listened to metal tried to make, thinking like, I think metal sounds like this.
That's what's so good about Attila, though.
See, we have different definitions of good. It just sounds so. I don't even know, man. That's the best description I can give you, where it just sounds like I've never heard metal before, but I hear it's fast, loud, and incoherent screaming, and I'm gonna do just that. And damn, they did just that. I was not a fan.
Ayo.
Sorry.
So everybody ignore what Glory just said. Attila absolutely cooked with this song. 11 out of 10. I love the way it opens. The hater McGee over here is just wrong. She can keep listening to fucking Ratatatata and Hypa Hypa.
And I will.
This is
man.
my baby metal electric callboy right here.
Don't even. Oh my god.
Yeah, I like this song. It's what I it's the kind of song that I expect Attila to make. So no complaints over here. I'm an Attila fan. I can't lie. I don't hide it anymore. I just am.
You don't. You should. You should. Franz, I have some words for you about this fucking song. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Ryan Oakes dropped his new single, I Wish.
So I liked this song, but for me, this, like, every time Ryan Oakes comes on and on the playlist, where I'm always fucking excited. He's been fucking shooting fucking
heaters,
heaters for as long as we've known him. This is the first time where I've listened to one of his songs and I've been like, damn, that wasn't exactly, he didn't hit it perfectly this time. It's still a great song. I keep going back to fucking, what is it, Tea Time?
Yeah.
Oh,
or Heavyweight.
Heavyweight, that was our introduction to him. Again, so it's like out the gate, he was fucking swinging home runs. This is the first one where I've been like, this isn't my favorite. I wouldn't reach for it in his catalog because I think he has so many other incredible singles that he's recently dropped. So I liked it, but it is not my favorite. And I think that's okay because, again, we gas him every time he's on here and we mean every fucking bit of it. But this one, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say it wasn't my favorite.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I liked it, but I'm kind of in agreement with you. Like, I've got my favorites, and then this one was good, but not there's just so many bangers. He's dropping bangers like every month. I mean, he just put a record out, and we're dropping singles now that are not even related to that project. So
take a nap, man. Yeah, take a nap.
Constantly putting out songs, so there's bound to be ones where we're not like, this is the best thing ever. Yeah. So I like this one, but that's about it. Like, Tea Time, Heavyweight still blows me away. Like, but I like the song.
He's a great musician. I do fuck with his shit.
Yeah.
Phantom Code dropped a new single, No Future. You put this band on here. This was your wild card of the week.
Not so wild though.
No. But I mean, a band that we've never spoken about, that I've never heard of until you're like, before you say something, I put this band on.
Yeah, I was like, so do you even know who's in Phantom Code Glory?
And you educated me. I'm just gonna I know I just said you go first. Yeah. I'm just gonna get mine out of the way. I liked it a lot before I knew anything. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah. I found this band on TikTok like a week ago, like right around like the week before that this song was supposed to come out, and they're like, I bet you're gonna get this chorus stuck in your head. And they were fucking right. But I watched it and I was like, yeah, all right, scroll past. And then like I'm scrolling on TikTok a few minutes before Friday hits, and another clip from them comes up, and I listened through the full thing this time because I didn't watch the full video the first time, but was caught enough by it to be like, they're back again. Let me see what this band's about. And I was like, shit, this chorus is they were right. Like,
it is getting stuck in my head.
This might be the first time where the TikTok marketing didn't lie to me, like from a song from
I just write the song of the summer?
Yes, from a band that I didn't already know, because like, you know, there's the bands that we know, we love, we're friends with, that will do the TikTok marketing, and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm already a fan of your shit, and like, you cooked again. But like, this is the first time I feel like a band that I didn't know didn't lie to me in their TikTok marketing. They were right. This chorus is catchy as shit, and it is stuck in my head. So I was like, it's 11:59. I'm just gonna go on Spotify and wait for this thing to hit at 12. And I checked it out, and I was like, it's not just the chorus. This entire song is so catchy. And then I looked into a little bit more. Couple of band members in here that I noticed from, you know, the podcast and other bands and things like that. There's Tyler from Makeout is in the band, and then Niles from he used to tour with Point North. So I was like, shit, like this is a sick lineup. So I'm a big fan of this song. I've been jamming it a lot. Excited to see what comes next, more singles, what have you. They've got my attention. Pay attention. If you like metalcore, you like catchy choruses, you know, this band, I'm all about the chorus. This band can write a mean fucking chorus. You like that shit? Check this band out. They deserve a lot more than the few hundred monthly listeners they have right now. And I hope that the TikTok marketing, everybody agrees with me when they're like, yo, that band didn't lie.
Exactly. They were actually right. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Honey Revenge dropped a new single, Recipe for Disaster. More like Recipe for a Disaster. My ass is so sore from shaking everywhere. That was really bad. I am so sorry.
It was right there. You could have said a recipe for this ass shaker.
Dude.
It was literally right there.
Was
I was like, fruit. He's gonna fucking say it.
No,
and then you went like around it.
Yeah, I regretted that one as it was coming out. I was like, well, it's too late now. Even though we could just edit it out, it's just too late. I'm committed to the bit.
No, you gotta keep this shit. And no, man, that was bad.
Yeah, that one was bad.
I liked this song a lot. Honey Revenge is incredible. It's a great combination of like pop, rock, upbeat, ass shaker. Fucking, I mean, by the title of the track, I'm gonna assume, you know, it's not like the happiest, like, life is going great song.
Yeah.
But damn, they make you dance like it is one of those songs.
Yeah.
That's that is a skill. Well done. Amazing. I love Honey Revenge. I forgot to say this. Devin was at the Flat Out show. I forgot to say that. I said hi to them, but I don't think she recognized me, so I just kind of like left it at that because I was like, I cannot do this. I was like, this is gonna be so fucking embarrassing. Great song, great band, and great to see new shit from them.
Yeah. They've been teasing this song for a while. I believe they were playing it live on the Meet Me at the Altar tour way at the beginning of the year.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's when I noticed like this clip start popping up of this song, and it's May now and it's finally out, so they've been teasing this one for a while. I've been excited for this one. It's, you know, another banger. I fear this band can't miss. You know, it's cool to see them following up Retrovision so soon after, because
right.
That album will be a year old in a handful of weeks.
Shit.
So it's just crazy to see new stuff, whether it be the next record or a deluxe. Just crazy to see more coming from them so soon, because the success off that record has been so crazy that it's like, do they really need, like, new stuff isn't gonna hurt them, it's only gonna help, but did they really need to be back in the studio cooking already?
Like, you guys can rest for like a second.
Yeah, because I've seen in between these tours, because they took a chunk of time off. They toured in the winter, and then they had the spring off, where they were in the studio. They're posting studio photos, and like, dude, like, the record is just like, it just keeps going into itself and just keeps breathing this new life and keeps going, and it's like, listen, I respect it. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just grind, like, I'm blown away because of the success off the first record. Sometimes you'll see a band, they pop with the debut, and then it's like, all right, like, where's the second one? Because the first one had so much success, it was like they couldn't stop going.
Yeah.
But so I enjoyed the song a lot. Stoked for more.
Hell yeah. Bearings dropped a new single, Stormy Weather. We spoke to Bearings fucking ages ago.
Yes, about the record
we spoke to fucking Dougie.
Yes.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to... I do that every single time before we talk to him, and I know Shane is fucking sick of it.
And we actually spoke to him about the record that this song is on the deluxe of.
There you go.
There you go. Tie it all together real nice.
See?
I like this song. Bearings, they're a solid band. Have enjoyed everything, a good chunk of what we've heard from them. So always excited to see more from them. Enjoyed this a lot, and stoked for the deluxe of the record, the last record, because enjoyed that one a lot.
Hell yeah. This song hit a very nostalgic chord for me, because it felt like that kind of like pop punk, I don't give a fuck what you think, mom type music. Does that make like, it's the shit you would listen to when you're getting into pop punk and you're like, oh my god, I didn't know this world was here. That kind of chord is what it struck for me. So I really like this one a lot. I think it's great. Hell
yeah. Boston Manor dropped a new single, Heat Me Up. Announced their new record coming out in September. Very excited for that. Stoked for another Boston Manor record. It's not called Datora Part 2, but it is still the yin to the yang of Datora, which is cool. So I enjoyed the song. I like this. I've become a big fan of Boston Manor since Datora. So I'm excited for this record. I'm stoked to see what they've come up with, what they've cooked. I like the song. Stoked for more.
Damn right. I also really enjoyed this. I thought it was a good, funky little song. Again, I love Boston Manor. Great band, great music. I love this song.
Yes, fuck yeah.
Hillhaven dropped a new single, The God You Think You Are. This is, so far, I mean, they've only dropped fucking 2 songs, but I fucking love this song. I think it's great, and I think they're already outdoing their past work, because I think this is fucking incredible. I love this song a lot.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see a new single from them so soon after the first one.
Right.
It was only a handful of weeks ago where we started talking about this band. So I enjoyed this song a lot, and I'm just stoked for more. I'm hoping that this rolls into an EP or an album or something like that, because I would love to see a full body of work from this band. But just stoked for more. Fucking rocks.
Hell yeah.
And for our last topic of conversation, Waterparks dropped their new single Soul Sucker, announced intellectual property 2 with no release date, no nothing, but a merch drop.
Good job.
Yes. And the cover art, which is the cover art to this single. Also, weirdly enough, not distributed by Fuel by Ramen, distributed by Waterparks with DistroKid, which, that's as independent as it gets. Interesting.
Are they allowed to do that?
Interesting things going on over there.
No way they did one record and then fucking dipped.
They've done that with every other label besides Equal Vision.
Oh my god.
And I don't quote me, but I swear there was an interview somewhere where Austin was like, we're doing 1 album deals from this point on. So it's like not so out of left field, but strange because this is like a companion record to intellectual property. The song, I like it. It's an interesting. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, hater. It's an interesting, because I know what they're going for. It's a companion record to intellectual property, not in the way that this new Boston Manor is a companion record to Datora, where they're like building this dark and light.
Like makes sense.
Yes, like this is this is makes sense.
Slip that one in there.
This is just like it kind of what I kind of think this record is going to wind up being is an extension, in a weird way, like a remix extension, compilation record, from the intellectual from intellectual property, just because of like Starfucker and Soulsucker have a lot of like yin and yang lyrics in them.
Oh, dude, it's the same song.
Yeah, it's the same song with the yin and yang lyrics. So that's why I'm like, I see where this is going. So if I was like, well, this is supposed to be the next record, this fucking blows. But because this, to me, we don't know much about it other than that it's IP2 and there's a merch drop with merch that you wouldn't catch me dead in.
Yeah.
If that's where this is going, I think I'm going to enjoy it somewhat. If this is not where it's going and I'm confused, well, then I don't know what the fuck. But right now, I am staying cautiously optimistic. I liked this. And don't look at me like that.
I'm looking straight down right now. Before I go into this, I just want to say I love Waterparks. If you look at any of our past reviews, I mean, dude, I have fucking a huge fucking painting of fandom in the background of all of my videos since the very beginning.
She made an edit of us interviewing Austin. We didn't.
Dude, we didn't interview him, but I fucking sat down for like 2 hours and scratched together a fake little interview. Yeah. I was not a fan. So I have multiple notes, okay? The different notes for different reasons. First thing, he's had this vision, and I know things change, and I know he was like a teenager or very early 20s when he started the band and when he had this plan of A to Z for album titles, which I fucking loved. Seeing intellectual property, and then now doing an intellectual property,
which is why it's a companion record. It is not part of the main Waterparks storyline. Ugh. Sorry.
Okay, Parksy. To me,
my Parksy comes out when we talk about them.
No, it does. It bothers me a little bit because I understand it's a companion record, but literally Boston Manor, the last conversation, one of the last conversations we just had was, this is a companion record, and they have said multiple times, this is connected. Mm-hmm. Pay attention. These are two stories that we are telling that are connected. But it's a title, so I can move past that.
But not to interject, but to me it feels like, again, this is all speculation. We're getting heavy in the Waterparks speculation here. I'm really good at this because I suppress it most of the time. So this allows me to have that outlet because no one else around me gives a shit. So, dude,
I will Parksy out with you, man.
Well, we Parksy out on here, exactly.
We do.
To me, it feels like in like the early to mid 2000s, there would be like companion remix records that like would come out the year later or 6 months later.
Paramore just do that?
Well, but they did it terribly.
Awful example.
But that is an example of, because I was thinking more like fucking, for some reason Linkin Park was coming to mind, like, okay. or like Korn would do it with their the singles in the 90s and the early 2000s. They would, when you go on their Spotify, there's a million remixes of they were never put into albums. Or like Asking Alexandria early in their career had a remix record like in between releases. So it's like I see the vision for a companion album, and I'm glad that you brought up the Paramore record, because I would say, granted, hated that, but I would say that without knowing anything besides the title and that this song is a companion to the opener on the actual record, that it kind of gives me Paramore vibes, but probably done a lot better.
Because it's still Austin. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason, if any way possible, that it would still be better, is because it's Austin still doing it. It's still his voice. If he got a random person, a random singer, to do the part to the companion record, we would be having a completely different conversation. Okay. So I think it's because there's still that familiarity of his voice and his delivery is why you're excusing it. If anyone else fucking did this shit, you would be like, what the hell is this? This is dog shit. Dude, Austin, what are you doing?
I'm an Austin fan through and through. I don't know. I'm a Waterparks fan. I'm an Austin fan. I somehow always find a way to enjoy what this band does and what this band does and what this man touches. And honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest, this wasn't something for me that took a billion listens. Like off the bat, I was like, nah, this is pretty cool.
And I've only listened to it 3 times. And the first time I was incredibly disappointed. Because, sorry, that is so harsh.
No, that's been the last 2 records.
No, that's completely fair. It's so apparently I'm on Reddit today. Sorry, and for whatever reason,
one of those kinds. You were that bored.
Yes. I am also, for whatever reason, in the Waterparks Reddit. So double whammy. I'm down today. Apparently, because a lot of people agree with me, where it's, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Apparently, he used this, because I didn't go to the tour, so I'm going to need you to confirm or deny. If you remember, he used this as either an intro or an outro for Starfucker live.
It creeps me out.
It creeps you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people were like, I really liked it as an intro outro, because it kind of, intro or outro, I can't remember which one it was. Not that it was both. But I liked it as that because it kind of like, it was an intro. It brought it in. And everyone's like, it wasn't supposed to be a full-fledged out song. No one was asking for that, except maybe,
me,
1 or 2 partsies who were like, we need it on fucking Spotify, Austin, where it's like, calm the fuck down. And he actually listened this time. Again, it's a fucking single. So we usually don't do this shit, but we're parksies. So I'm breaking this shit down. Yeah. I have to tell you why I'm disappointed, because I love this band so incredibly much. This was like one of the first bands besides Panic at the Disco and shit that we connected over. So that's why we're so fucking in deep with this band. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. So to start off sonically with this song, that was all just cosmetics, by the way. That was just vibes, approaching it, looking at it. That was all I've spoken about so far. Sonically, it threw me off, because it is the exact same melody. It's literally, I mean, he did a whole thing ages ago where he was like, there's 2 sides of the story. There's more property to explore. I remember seeing that shit and being like, God damn it, Austin, don't do this. Don't fucking do this shit. And here he is. He's doing it. It's okay, Austin. I love you. I know it's going to be great. I mean, I don't know, honestly. Oh, you know what? No, I don't know if it's going to be great. I'm breaking out of the fucking Parksy mold. Sonically, sorry, throws me off immediately, because I am already attached. Starfucker is like top 3 songs for me on that entire album. Mm-hmm. that album was, I think, third on my album of the year list for 2023, too.
Yeah,
I don't fucking remember. 3? So, damn, why the fuck are they releasing this shit already? Oh my God. Okay, sorry. That's gonna lead in my next point. This song, I'm too honest tonight. This song sounds like a fan. Oh my God. Have you seen those videos? You're on TikTok. Have you seen those videos where it's like, I made the response version of Skater Boy 20 years later. That's what this shit sounds like.
Makes me want to put a gun to my head.
Exactly. So
that's
song,
what
this sounded like. No, okay. You fucking Parksy. I'm gonna get you out of there, man.
I'm gonna rescue you.
So that's what it sounds like to me. Where it sounds like I get it. You're trying to tell two sides of the story. I mean, Intellectual Property was incredible. I still stream it. I streamed it like in full like 4 times yesterday. I love that album. And I think, again, it's just tackling familiarity, and I'm already comfortable with that record. So then hearing something with the exact same melody, the exact same beat, or a stripped down version of the instrumental, I should say, I am already disappointed because it's not that song that I already know. And also, just vocally, his delivery is so weird on this, and it feels like it was one take. Like, it felt like there was no extra effort put into it. It felt like, oh, fuck, I gotta get a song out this Friday, or this fucking whenever the hell he dropped it. Because, you know, Waterparks is weird. They drop shit on, like, Tuesdays and whatever.
He dropped this on a weekend.
Oh, there you go. So it was just like, I know vocally I wasn't a fan of his deliveries, and he has a high note in there where it feels weaker than usual, and maybe that's the vibe he was going for because it's a sadder song and it's showing the other side of the Starfucker, which is kind of like a ha 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 fuck you, where it's like the fuck me, I guess I'm a soul sucker. So I'm like, Austin, I love you. I feel like I have to fucking sprinkle that in because I love this band. I'm overall very disappointed with this because that's it. I could talk about this for another fucking hour. I don't want to talk about this for another hour because I'm just that disappointed. That's it.
All right. Well, the album will change it around for you, I promise. IP2.
I'm going to come back and I'm going to be like, this is my album of the year.
Exactly. That's how it goes every fucking time.
That's how it always fucking goes.
But that's all we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook, Good Noise Podcast. No, Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. Other streaming services, Good Noise Podcast. Patreon, patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Gloria's got your Patreon supporters, your Twitch subs, your merch plug, your Amazon plug, and your important plugs, and then we're going to sign the fuck off.
Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. Check out our podcast setup in the description. You can't see it, but it is here. I have a decent mic. I just usually yell into it, so you can't hear how good it is.
It's a real joy to edit.
Okay.
Really wish you just stick the mic in her fucking face.
Should I do? I'm gonna continue the podcast like this. Rate our setup. Check it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever.
And if you buy some shit, we get kickback.
Exactly. So if that, please. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Jeremy, Pop Punk Apologist, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coastal Ever, and then Matt again from Pulses. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Important plugs, Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Free Palestine. I can't, it's so fucking, anyways. Free Palestine, educate yourself on what's happening in Palestine and Israeli occupation and how long this has been going on. It's been going on for like 70 years. Please pay attention and just pay attention is the thing. support your local bands, support your friends when they come in town, and buy merch when you're there. And if they get you on the fucking guest list, the least you could do is buy a fucking t-shirt. Like, you that shit pisses me off. I'm sorry, because like that's the least you could do. Do something to show that you appreciate them, because man, damn. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, we obviously weren't live this week. We won't be live next week either, but we'll be back at you after that. So I have been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.